Hello, welcome back to another video, and we are going to be reviewing the GAN 562. So this is the cube right here. This has been got off the cubicle, so we're just going to open it up. Just do that, and then we're just going to open it up. So I did get a few extra things. So I got the new 2025 cubicle mat. We'll have a look at that later. And I've also got, of course, from the cubicle, definitely a great site to buy cubes from. Then we've got some D&M 37 Lubrical Speedy, and here, I'm assuming is going to be an extremely large syringe of weight 4. So this is going to last quite a long time, I've got to say. So yeah, we've got these 3 lubes. You might see a video sometime going to be about these lubes, because I've not really tried many cubicle lubes, so definitely going to be worth a try. So now we have the GAN 562. So this is probably one of the best 5x5s in the market that I've heard. So we're just going to open it up right here, and we're going to try it out. So let's go and open it. So one thing about me is that I've really liked GAN cubes. This is the GAN 1112. I did the mod to it. Really nice. And I mained the GAN 12 before I did this mod. So I really like that. This is the GAN 14 box. Just ignore that. So here is the GAN 562. So let's open this up. And we have, as always, the GAN credit card, as you can see up there. Really nice. So that's just what it is. And then we've got the cube and the accessories box. Let's go and put the cube down for a second and let's have a look at the accessories box. So quite a nice design on the box. Unlike all the GAN cubes, just a white box. The GAN 14 and 15 have a GAN logo on it, and this is just like that. So let's have a look at what's inside here. So what we've got is a GAN bag, and I think that this is slightly larger. If my memory is correct, I think it's the same width, but a bit taller. So you can obviously get the cube and you just put it in here. I don't know if you can fit the box in, which is what I quite like to do, but you can. So just get that there. I quite like putting the box in because I like extra protection for my cubes. But yeah, that is the GAN bag. And we've also got a screwdriver. So it's slightly different than the one that we see on the GAN 11M Pro, which is, I think, the last 3x3 that had a screwdriver. And then I don't know about any others that contain a screwdriver. And this is just how to solve the 5x5. There's no adjustment tutorial because it just has a screw, which I would say is definitely good to do for a 5x5. You definitely don't want a full adjustment system for a 5x5. It's just too small. So this is the box. So it's actually quite similar to the GAN 14's box. Just press it and it opens. And also, I'm actually going to have a functional 5x5 because my old main, the MGC, it broke. So this corner here broke, so I can't really use it. But I'll be comparing this just at this angle, doing 3 Gen algs, because that's the part that works. So if we just try this out, so it's always been like a bit sluggish. I've always caught on a few turns. It generally isn't the best, but it was a very good 5x5. But this is the GAN 562, so let's go. I've got the UV coated version, so let's have a look at this. And there it is, the GAN 562. So I do remember in my last competition, basically everybody were using one of these. So it is definitely a really good 5x5. So let's just try it out. Let's just try the turning out. And wow, that is really good turning. So like, I can just feel that just reminds me of a 3x3. Like, literally, it's really smooth, and I'm not catching actually that much. So it is really good. So yeah, if we just try it like the corner cutting in terms of the inner layers, it does catch sometimes, but I think you could probably just use these inner layers as a 3x3, and it would just be probably not the best 3x3, but it would be quite considerably like a 3x3. And also these pieces, they're just not going to come out. It's like as hard as you pull, like just not going to come out, because it's just so well designed that it's really good. Also, these rounding on these pieces, quite a lot different to the MGC, as you can see right there. So the rounding actually is quite considerable lot more. I don't know if that helps reverse corner cutting a lot, but it can do a round line to line there, I think. Maybe slightly less. Yes, it can do around that much corner cutting reverse, and the inner layers, it can do around that much there. And then forward, I think it can do, obviously you're not going to get anything like 45, but I think it can do that much. And then like as soon as you get to a bit more, it just locks up there, but you can do nearly 45, very close. This is very smooth. I can definitely turn very fast on it. It works really nice. So yeah, why don't we try the parity algorithm? Yeah, that is just really smooth. Sorry for my bad 5x5 skills. I am going to improve. But yeah, so it is a GAN cube. Let's get out the GAN timer, even though it is a older timer. And let's get out the cubicle mat. So this is the new 2025 mat. I got the gold version because I thought it looked the nicest. So we can just open it up right here. There we go. And then we can open it up. And we can open up this mat. Wow, this definitely is a really cool mat. I really like the look of this. It is definitely very cool. And so I bought from Cubes UK before. The Cubes UK mat is around that in terms of height. This is a lot nicer in terms of the size, I would say. So it definitely looks a lot better than mats like that. So let's go and do a solve on the GAN 5x5. I am very slow at 5x5. Yeah, we are going to scramble this up, and I'll either get a time that I'm averaging or I'll just get a time that's really good. So let's do a solve then. So we're going to do the first solve on the GAN 562. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so that was 4 minutes and 31 seconds. Yes, I do need to get better at 5x5. That is one thing that we do know for sure. But one thing about the GAN 5x5 is that it is really smooth. It just turns really well. And you can even do M slices with it really easily, which I don't exactly know if that was an issue with the MGC. But I can't remember, but it is definitely a lot more sluggish in terms of its turning. I don't know if that's how I lubed it, but that's just generally how I felt it. But the GAN 5x5 is really fast, really smooth, and has got a lot of potential for what you want to do. So it generally works really well. So I do know that a lot of people, as soon as they got this, they made it their main, and that was just it, because it just is that much better than all the competition right now. It's literally just that better. If you have the money yourself, I would highly recommend that you buy the GAN 5x5, because it is just the best 5x5 on the market. There's just no doubt about that. There are, of course, other 5x5s. I know the X-Man Hong was the original that came out with core magnets. But then, of course, the GAN came out. That was just the best one. And the Moyu Ultrang did come out, but it technically was not as good as the GAN 5x5. So the GAN 5x5 is the best cube to get for 5x5. It is incredibly cool that you've got all of these magnets that you can just see like that, just on the pieces, which I think look really cool. Like, GAN do not do that usually for any of their other cubes. I think that's pretty cool. That is the GAN 5x5, and hopefully you'll see in the future as well the video on the lubes. Wait for DNM Speedy, so you should be able to see that soon. But without further ado, that's the end of the video. So I hope you quite enjoyed it. Make sure to give a like and subscribe if you like the video. Thanks for watching.